in the rugged embrace of Cliviger Gorge, where the winds howl through Lancashire's wild moors, and the river Calder whispers secrets to the stones, Eagle's Crag looms like a sentinel of ancient dread. Near Burnley, this jagged outcrop, cloaked in heather and shadow, is more than a landmark. It is a place of legend. The reputed grave of Lady Sybil Townley, a woman whose name is synonymous with sorcery. The villagers of Cliviger speak her tale in hushed tones, a story of love, betrayal, and dark magic that lingers on the crag, where every All Hallows Eve, a spectral hound and huntsman stalk the night. It was the late 16th century, and Cliviger was a land of superstition, its people caught between faith and fear of the unseen. Lord William Townley, a young nobleman of the Townley family, was master of the nearby hall, a man of charm and ambition, his eyes set on expanding his influence. His heart, however, was ensnared by Sybil, a woman of unearthly beauty, with raven hair that cascaded like a midnight stream and eyes that gleamed with secrets. Sybil was no ordinary maiden. The daughter of a reclusive herbalist, she was whispered to be a witch, versed in the black arts. By day, she gathered roots in the gorge. By night, she was said to roam as a white doe, swift and untouchable, or slink through the village as a sleek black cat, her gaze unsettling though. William, undeterred by the rumors, pursued Sybil with a passion that bordered on obsession. He sent gifts of velvet and silver, penned ardent letters, and rode to her cottage at the gorge's edge. But Sybil rebuffed him with a smile that was both a lure and warning. "My heart is my own, my lord," she'd say, her voice like a spell. "No man may claim it." Frustrated, William turned to darker means. In Burnley's shadowed alleys, he sought Mother Agnes, a crone whose own dabbling in magic was feared yet revered. "Break her will," William pleaded, offering a purse of gold. Agnes, her eyes glinting, gave him a cryptic task: hunt the white doe on Eagle's Crag at All Hallows, when the veil is thin. Bind her with a silken rope woven with my enchantments, and she will be yours. As Halloween dawned, the gorge was shrouded in mist, the air thick with the scent of frost and decay. William, clad in hunting leathers, climbed the crag, the enchanted rope coiled at his hip. The villagers, sensing unease, barred their doors, for All Hallows was a night when spirits walked. At the crag's summit, where jagged rocks pierced the sky, William waited, his breath visible in the chill. The moon rose, casting an eerie glow, and there she was, a white doe, her coat luminous, her eyes Sybil's own. She bounded across the heather, taunting him with her speed. William gave chase, his heart pounding, but the doe was elusive, vanishing into gullies and reappearing on distant ridges. As despair gripped him, a spectral hound appeared, massive, with eyes like coals and a bay that shook the crag. It was no earthly beast, but a creature of Agnes's magic, summoned to aid the hunt. The hound cornered the doe against a sheer cliff, its jaws snapping inches from her flank. William, seizing his chance, flung the silken rope. It glowed faintly, wrapping round the doe's neck like a living thing. The creature stilled, and in a shimmer of light, the doe transformed. Sybil stood before him, her gown tattered, her eyes blazing with fury and fear. "You've bound me, William Townley," she hissed, "but you'll rue this night." Yet, caught by the rope's magic, she relented. She swore to forsake her sorcery and marry him, and William, triumphant, led her down the crag to Townley Hall. The wedding was a grand affair, but the villagers noted Sybil's pallor, her smiles forced. She was a caged bird, her spirit chafing under William's watchful eye. The enchanted rope, now a bracelet on her wrist, ensured her compliance, but it could not quell her nature. Sybil's defiance resurfaced in secret. By night, she slipped from the hall, resuming her feline form to wreak mischief. She'd sour milk, unravel looms, and spook horses, her laughter echoing in Cliviger's lanes. One moonless night, she ventured to Cliviger Mill, where the miller, a superstitious man, had set traps for the demon cat plaguing his stores. Sybil, as a black cat, prowled the mill, but her paw caught in a steel snare. The miller, roused by the commotion, swung an axe in panic, severing the cat's forepaw. With a yowl that chilled the gorge, Sybil fled, her form flickering back to human as she staggered to the hall, blood streaming from her wrist where her hand once was. The injury broke her. Sybil wasted away, her vitality draining with her blood. William, guilt-stricken, removed the enchanted bracelet, but it was too late. She died within the month, her final words a curse: "You'll never be free of me, William. The crag will hold my wrath." He buried her at Eagle's Crag, in a grave unmarked save by the wind's mournful song, hoping to appease her spirit. But the gorge would not forget. Each All Hallows Eve, as darkness cloaks Cliviger, the crag comes alive with echoes of that fateful hunt. A spectral hound bays, its cry carrying to Burnley, and a huntsman, some say William himself, doomed to relive his sin, rides the moors, his silhouette framed against the moon. The white doe is seen, fleeting and untamed, only to vanish at the crag's edge. Villagers lock their doors, fearing Sybil's wrath, for her grave is no resting place, but a nexus of her unquiet spirit. Children whisper of a black cat with one paw, its eyes glinting in the mill's ruins, and old folks swear the river runs colder on Halloween, chilled by Jenny Greenteeth's cousin in malice. Centuries on, Eagle's Crag remains a place of pilgrimage for the brave and the curious. Hikers trace its paths, unaware of the eyes that watch from the heather. Locals leave offerings, rowan twigs, silver coins, to placate Sybil's ghost. The Townley family, long faded from power, left tales of sleepless nights, haunted by a woman's laughter and a hound's relentless bay. And on All Hallows Eve, when the gorge falls silent and the stars burn cold, Cliviger holds its breath, for Lady Sybil, the witch of Eagle's Crag, hunts still, her heart unbound, her curse eternal. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, like, follow, subscribe, and comment below.